Good evening, everybody. It's a beautiful summer night in Nebraska, and we have a really important job to do this evening. The rain has come and the rain has gone, and if we don't start pivots this evening, our crops will dry up. We need to do one final push before fall comes. We got this pivot started this afternoon, but we didn't get to all of them, and it's getting dark, so I think we kind of need to hurry. This is a pivot in action. It goes around in a circle. This is what we use to irrigate our crops. There is more water on the end, and it travels faster, and less water in the middle because it goes slower. These are vital to growing good crops in Nebraska. They also make up for a large part of what we do all summer long. Some pivots have drops that come off the pipe. Others, like this one, have sprinklers on top. And there's a little light on the end tower that turns on when it moves. Pivots usually take about 4 days to make a complete circle around a field.
Chief is a family-owned, Nebraska-based company comprised of 7 diverse brands. Chief, trusted, tested, true.
So this well motor that you see behind me, this is what's going to be powering the well that's pumping water to the pivot. But before we can start it, we need to add some engine oil. I'm sure all of you guys have experienced an engine like that. You just kind of have to top it off before you start it. And this is the product. This is what we're watering right here. As you can see, the corn is starting to dent and the kernels are getting a lot firmer, meaning that we are really nearing harvest time. But like I said, it's not time to quit yet. We have to keep these pivots running. For now, that means adding oil. This engine that we have out here at this pivot point is a Ford 460, and it runs off natural gas that we have trenched out right to the pivot. We're just going to top it off here. I think that's good.
Yeah, that's plenty good.
Put this back on, and then we have a little sight gauge on the side with a little indicator. We should have made it up to that. Grant, how are we looking?
Looks good.
Perfect. Now we can get this thing started. Check that our terminals are connected. Flip these 2 up. Ready? control the pivot. It tells us how fast it's going. We can set the speeds, the directions, all that kind of good stuff. Right now, we're sitting right where we need to be, just under 500 volts. That's what it takes to run this thing. A lot of power. We're going to be running it at about 20%, and we're going to be running it in reverse. And if everything is working properly, I should just be able to start this button and it works. There we go. Lights are on. End tower's moving in reverse. We are officially watering our crops. Okay, everything is not right. I didn't put the oil cap back on.
That's not a very good spot to put the oil cap.
That we have trenched out right to the pivot. I wouldn't be able to do this without today's sponsor, which is Element. I'm so grateful for their partnership with my channel because otherwise we wouldn't be able to do things like this. What is Element? It's hydration in one simple step. All the good stuff, none of the dodgy stuff. I can actually pronounce all of the ingredients on this label. Just a stick that you mix with water, whether you're in the fields or on the go. This raspberry salt flavor is my absolute favorite. The team at Element gave me a code to share with you guys. Go to drinkelement.com/Laura Farms. That's drinklmnt.com/Laura Farms. And on your order, you're going to receive a free sample pack. Trying Element is risk-free because they have a no questions asked, guaranteed refund and return policy. Drinking Element gives me everything that my body needs, leading to fewer headaches, less muscle cramps, overall just feeling more energized throughout the day. Again, go to drinkelement.com/Laura Farms to get your free sample pack today. If Element can satisfy my thirst on the farm, I know it can satisfy yours. Now? That would explain it right there. So I put the cap to the engine on. I did not put the cap to this oil jug back on. I just put it right there on the header. And this cap is now melted.
That happens when it's dark out. You can't see things.
That's a bummer right there.
At least we found it now.
Good thing it's almost empty.
We'll just transfer that oil to a different jug, and because we don't want dirt getting in there. And look how filthy the Ranger is. Things get very dirty around here.
That is such a rookie move. I even thought to myself, all right, don't forget the cap. But I was thinking of the one on the engine, not the one on the jug. We started this pivot in the distance running, but if you turn your head over here, this pivot is supposed to be on and it's not. We need to diagnose that problem and solve it. So we're out at the center of the pivot that shut off. This one is supposed to be running, but for some reason it's not. It's getting really dark outside. The sun has like fully set now, and it would be scary out here, but I have to say the stars are really beautiful. But can't get too wrapped on that. Have to figure out what this problem is. So we've had problems with this engine before. I've been out here a lot, but as you can see, there's multiple batteries laying around. And if you know the channel, you'd be shocked to find that there's more than one battery in a place because Grant is a known battery bandit.
I may have stolen one from some other places and never returned them. So
yeah,
it's my little stash
I found
pile.
a little stash over here in this corner. So we're gonna do some deductive reasoning here.
So I've had problems with this one before, overheating, and it's because a bolt rattles loose. So I'm kind of thinking that's what it is.
You mean like this right here, like the bolt on the ground?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I pretty much knew it right when I walked up.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, see the belt is, it's loose. So when the
Oh my goodness.
the water pump starts, it just overheats. So we just got to put that bolt back in. We're just trying to scrape these things through to the end of the season.
We're so close, folks. We're so close.
We'll fix it for real this winter.
Goodness.
But for now, we're just limping them through. What size wrench do you think that is?
9/16.
Okay. There you go.
What do we think, audience?
Is it actually a 9/16?
We're about to find out. Do we even have 9/16? That's the question. They're so covered in
Oh,
mud.
look how dirty those. It's like Gage has been here. He's been using our tools.
All right, let's see. Huh, I knew it.
Is it 9/16?
It's not. Oh, no, it's not. Man, I really thought it was going to. I just need one size up. Let's try 5/8 here. Gotta knock the mud off of it.
This is why we don't use snap-on tools
There we
here.
go. That's better.
Get her snugged up, we should be good to go.
The old Harbor Freight specials right here.
So if they get left in a mud puddle, it's not the end of the world.
Oh well. All right. Torqued to spec. Ready to start.
We probably should Loctite it so it doesn't rattle out again.
That might be a smart thing to do. It's a good thing after a long irrigation season, most of these usually get pulled into the shop and completely gone through before they put on another full summer out in the elements. Sight gauge is a little dirty, but from what I can barely make out, we should be good to start this one. This motor also runs off natural gas, as you can see right here. You ready?
I don't think you can see in the dark, but there was definitely a mouse that fell out.
Are you serious?
On the bottom, yeah. We'll have to review the footage.
I hate mine. This panel should look familiar. We're gonna run it at 20%. You can see we're holding that right under 500 volts. I should just be able to push this button. There we go. End tower's moving. Good to go. These late night irrigation runs have really started to add up. We got this Ranger just a couple months ago and we just rolled to 2,222 and almost 0.2 miles. That's insane. These things get a lot of use on our operation. Good morning, everybody. Our pivots have been running all night. It's time to go on our first irrigation run of the day and check on them. Usually check the pivots around 2 to 3 times a day, usually at least once in the morning and once in the evenings. This morning, I'm going to be taking out the Polaris 4-wheeler and we've got a nice rack on the back so I can carry drip oil and engine oil with me. This is the pivot that had the bolt rattle loose, and it appears to be doing just fine this morning. I just want to reiterate how important it is that we irrigate. This is a portion of our field that the pivot doesn't reach. It's in one of the corners, and this is what the corn looks like. No way. This is my all-time favorite tractor. If this was a 410, it's only a 370, but it'll have to do for now. And some deep fat fried Oreos. This is the fair right here. You kind of have to watch where you step in this barn here, but it's so fun to see what all of the kids around the state have been working on with their animals all year long. This is a little known fun fact about myself. I actually showed market hogs at the fair for several years.
You guys match.
I know. Really, Grant? I know they're a little, I know they're a little bit stinky, but I think pigs are actually pretty cute. My dad and my grandpa actually raised hogs my whole life. And here's a little fun fact about pigs, and actually something I learned when I was showing them. Pigs love Oreos, so I can only imagine the temptation that I'm giving them right now. They are kind of cute though, aren't they?
Yeah, sorry.
Grant, aren't they cute?
Yeah, you're pretty cute too.
We're taking a quick break from irrigating to visit the Nebraska State Fair. And it wouldn't be a fair stop without seeing the old tractor display. You'll notice behind me the combine going around. The State Fair provides an awesome opportunity for people who haven't been around farms or didn't grow up on one to actually get a combine ride, which I think is really cool. State Fair does a very nice job connecting people with agriculture. And I like getting off the farm for a little bit and getting to see some displays because there's some really cool stuff out here. Should we go take a look? One's a little bit smaller than the 4020s at home, huh? This is a 2011?
2010.
2010. This is a 2010 here.
We got some live action across the street.
So cute.
They're pole starting one.
Oh, look at that. Should we go check that out?
Should we just wait for it?
Let's observe. There we go. Now that is American and even more Nebraskan. We even got some fair food. It's been a great day. Laura Farms. It's LF, that's me. Goodyear put LSWs on this thing? Now this is cool. This thing's put in some hours. 7520?
An Oliver behind you. Don't see too many of those around here, do you?
Definitely not. The detail that goes into these displays are incredible. Do you see this, Grant? That green truck? It's just like my great-grandpa's old one. All right, we had a super fun time at the fair, but we've got more pivots to check, so it's time to head back to the farm. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe because harvest is right around the corner. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.